Scottsdale as a whole is much larger than many people think. So when I talk to people about moving to Scottsdale, the first thing I need to find out is where they want to live in Scottsdale. And for many, the answer's North Scottsdale. From there, we have to drill down into some of the neighborhoods. And in North Scottsdale, there are quite a few neighborhoods. But there are a handful that are very desirable for many. And that is what we're going to focus on today. I'm Shawn Shackelton, your resource for all things real estate here in the Scottsdale and Phoenix area. First up is McDowell Mountain Ranch. Now, one of the biggest draws of this community is its close proximity to nature. The McDowell Sonoran Preserve that sits right next to this community offers miles of trails for hiking, biking, and equestrian use. Buyers that are looking for a peaceful retreat with a backdrop of the McDowells are drawn to this community, which also has amazing views, sunsets, and wildlife. And because the community climbs up the side of the McDowells, you get these big washes in between some of the homes, which allows for breathtaking views of either the McDowell Mountains or the city lights, and sometimes both. Now, there are 2 community centers within McDowell Mountain Ranch, and they offer a lot of amenities like basketball courts, pickleball courts, tennis courts, splash pads, play equipment, and parks. There is also a public golf course that sits within the community, so it will be easy to go enjoy a quick round of golf or hit a bucket of balls. There is also a restaurant that is right there at the golf course with an amazing outdoor patio, this huge fireplace that sits right in the middle, and a big grass lawn so that if you're sitting there having dinner with your friends, your kids can go play. The community also hosts regular events for holidays as well as movie nights and other fun things just to get the neighborhood together. And these are just some of the things that really help create that sense of community. A few other things that are important to know about the community is that it is not all gated. Now, some of the neighborhoods within the community are gated, but it's not every single one of them. And the home sizes within the community are going to range anywhere from about 1,300 square feet up to a little over 7,000 square feet. And most of the homes within the community are going to be single-family homes. But you do also have a few townhouse options as well. Now, some of the builders that built within McDowell Mountain Ranch are Shea Homes, Toll Brothers, Camelot Homes, and Coventry. Now, there's also a section within McDowell Mountain Ranch with fully custom homes. Now, the home prices right now, at the time I'm recording this, are going to range anywhere between $600,000 and $5 million. Next, let's take a look at Windgate Ranch, which was all developed by Toll Brothers. These homes were all inspired by Mediterranean architecture, with exterior stonework, high-end finishes inside, and open floor plans with beautifully landscaped yards. Now, with most of the trends leaning more towards a contemporary style of home, don't let the Mediterranean architecture scare you, because you will still find a lot of homes with clean lines and a lot of light. Now, the community's 10,000 square foot community center sits front and center for activities, from fitness classes to book clubs. There are also a lot of social events, including seasonal celebrations and family-friendly gatherings, which is a great way to get to know your neighbors and connect. Now, at the community center, when you go use the pool, you will feel like you are at a resort. There are 3 amazing pools and spas with poolside cabanas, an open-air living room, as well as a full kitchen inside the clubhouse. You also have playgrounds, tennis courts, pickleball courts, basketball courts, sand volleyball courts, and playgrounds. And then there are great walking paths all throughout the community. And across the street from Windgate Ranch is the McDowell Sonoran Preserve, which is the same preserve we just talked about in McDowell Mountain Ranch, with miles and miles of trails for hiking, biking, and equestrian use. Now, the community of Windgate Ranch is gated, but there are 2 different sections of this community. There is one that enters off of Thompson Peak Parkway, and this is a man-gated entrance. The other is off of Bell Road, and this is not a man-gated entrance, but it has a keypad. Now, these 2 sections don't connect, and the community center we just talked about is in the man-gated section of Windgate Ranch. So if that is something that you would like to use often, and you like the ability to walk to that, it is something to keep in mind when you're looking at homes within the Windgate Ranch area. Now, homes within this community are going to range between about 2,000 square feet and 6,500 square feet, with prices ranging from about $1.5 million up to about $4 million. Next up is Silverleaf. Now, this is an exclusive guard-gated community within DC Ranch. This community is known for its estate homes as well as some of the villas. Now, most of the homes within this community are fully custom built. But there were a few builders that built within the community as well. There are Camelot Homes, Edmonds, and Salcedo. Now, Salcedo is a custom builder, but they just built a few semi-custom homes around one of the parks in the Parks neighborhood, even though they also built a lot of custom homes all throughout Silverleaf. The homes here are designed with exceptional craftsmanship, the highest level finishes, and spectacular views. and the architectural style ranges from anywhere from Spanish colonial to rural Mediterranean. Silverleaf is really known for being home to those seeking the ultimate in privacy. The community is man-gated with very strict security measures. Now, while Silverleaf offers this seclusion and privacy, the residents love the active and outdoor lifestyle that they can lead within the community. Now, at the heart of Silverleaf is the 50,000 square foot clubhouse, which is one of the most exclusive clubs in all of Arizona. Now, if you are going to live within Silverleaf, you do not have to be a member of this club. That is optional. Now, if you decide to become a full golf member at the club, then you can enjoy the world-class Tom Weiskopf-designed championship golf course, which provides a scenic yet challenging course for players. Now, in addition to golf, the club has amazing amenities, including a spa, a fitness facility, and amazing dining, not to mention the Hideaway, which is the kids' facility within the club. Now, one of the things that the members love about this club is that although it has some of the highest end finishes, when you walk in, it still feels casual and inviting. There is no need to feel like you have to wear a jacket and a tie when you walk into the club. Now, beyond the Silverleaf Club, residents have access to multiple parks, one of which has a catch and release fishing pond, trails, and beautifully landscaped green spaces. Homes within Silverleaf range in square footage between about 1,600 square feet and over 20,000 square feet. And the price ranges right now are anywhere between $2.5 million and over $30 million. And the newest addition to Silverleaf is Icon, which are luxury condominiums with underground parking, large patios, and stunning views. Now let's take a look at DC Ranch, which is known for its upscale properties and thoughtfully designed master plan community. This community has won multiple awards from the Urban Land Institute for just how well the community was designed. Now, when I worked and sold for the developer, every single year we would get a call from a student at ASU who was in a land planning class, and DC Ranch was their subject. So they had to call and learn about what they did differently and how that was designed for a class project. It was absolutely hilarious. Every year it would happen because that's how well it was planned. Now, within the community of DC Ranch, you have a wide range of housing styles. You have everything from apartments to fully custom homes and everything in between. Now, some of the builders that built within DC Ranch are Standard Pacific, Camelot Homes, Monterey Homes, and Toll Brothers. And the architectural style within the community ranges from everything to Mediterranean all the way to modern. And the residents enjoy wide open spaces, lush green landscape, and luxury amenities that make living here feel like you're at a resort. There are also 2 community centers here at DC Ranch. You have Desert Camp, which is 9 acres, and it has pickleball, tennis, basketball, playgrounds, pools, fitness facility, a community center where you can have activities. In fact, this is where a lot of the community events happen. For any of the holidays, they all happen right here. Then you have Homestead Park, which has a large community building, which is often used for community theater, as well as a playground and splash pad, as green grass area, and more basketball courts. Not to mention the 47 parks scattered throughout the community and the 50 miles of landscaped paths and trails. And the community of DC Ranch has year-round social activities. Now, the other amenity within DC Ranch is the Country Club at DC Ranch, which is a private club, which again, you do not have to join just because you live within DC Ranch. But if you choose to join, you will have access to an amazing clubhouse, fitness facility, pool, spas, tennis, and the Tom Lehman designed golf course. A quick side note is that DC Ranch and Silverleaf alike have different levels of membership. So if you choose not to be a full golf member, then you will not be able to utilize the golf course. But if you choose to be a golf member, then you have use of everything. Now, another question I'm often asked about these 2 clubs is if there is any reciprocity between the 2, and the answer is no. However, if you wanted to join both clubs, you were approved by both clubs, and there was space within the clubs, then you could join both clubs. Now, homes within DC Ranch range in size between about 1,600 square feet and over 10,000 square feet, with prices ranging from $1 million to over $8 million. Next up is Greyhawk, which has a wide variety of housing options, from condos to multi-million-dollar estates, which just makes it appealing to a wide range of buyers. Now, Greyhawk is known for its close-knit feel and regularly hosts events like wine tastings and holiday gatherings, which makes being the new neighbor that much easier. The golf enthusiasts will be drawn to Greyhawk's 2 championship golf courses. You've got the Talon and the Raptor. Both courses have beautiful surroundings and attract major tournaments. Now, both of these courses within Greyhawk are public, so there's no membership needed. And there's a smaller clubhouse with a restaurant and a pro shop, but that's about it. Now, besides golf, Greyhawk features a lot of walking trails, as well as parks, tennis courts, and swimming pools, which again make it ideal for those looking for an active lifestyle. This community, like almost every other one we've talked about, also had a lot of different builders that built within it, like Coventry, T.W. Lewis, Columbia, and Edmonds, as well as one neighborhood that has fully custom homes. Out of all the communities we've talked about so far, Greyhawk has the most number of condos in it. But when you're looking at single-family homes, they're going to range in size in this community between about 1,800 square feet to over 6,000 square feet. And right now, prices are between about $850,000 to over $4 million. Now, the benefit of all of these communities is that they sit right on the outside of the 101 loop. So it makes it really easy to get just about anywhere in the valley. And if you're a family looking for a neighborhood with great schools, these all have amazing options, whether it be public, charter, or private, really close by. Now, one thing I do want to point out is that Greyhawk is not in the Scottsdale Unified School District. It's actually in Paradise Valley School District. However, with our open enrollment, if you wanted your kids to go to a school within the Scottsdale Unified School District, you could apply or put into the lottery that some schools have, and as long as they're accepted, your kids can go to that school. They are all also very close to some amazing shopping as well as dining. You're just minutes from Market Street at DC Ranch, Kierland Commons, and Scottsdale Quarter. And you could be to about 3 different grocery stores within about 5 minutes of any of these communities. Not to mention Costco, which will only take you about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, if you're thinking about moving to Scottsdale, you will want to watch this video where I talk about all the pros and cons. Now, I have other videos that dive deeper into some of these specific communities, so make sure you take a look at those as well. As always, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.